What have the last few games been like for you as a keeper? Because things have been a bit busier, haven't they?
Absolutely, yeah. It's been disappointing. We try not to get our heads down too much because obviously we've got a big game this weekend where we want to go out and get the 3 points.
Does it feel like a while since that clean sheet at Grimsby?
Yeah, it does, to be fair. Yeah, obviously we've shipped quite a few goals in the last few games, which obviously has been disappointing. But like I said, we can only look forward to this weekend now and hopefully come out with a clean sheet.
How much do you look at video clips and such like of goals that have gone in to think, could we have stopped that, or what could I have done better?
Yeah, we do. When we come in at the start of the week, we analyse it in here. Then obviously I'll go off and do it myself. Speak to people like Steve Buck. Speak to people back at Everton as well for their opinion.
And has Bookie developed you over this half season that you've been here, such that you feel you are a better keeper now than when you arrived?
Definitely, yeah. From being here, I feel like I've got a lot more experience than I had before I came. I've obviously learned lots from the gaffer, from Russell, from Steve themselves.
And the feedback from Everton, has that been such that that people would like this relationship to continue into the new year? Because at the moment, I think it's after the Colchester match where it stops.
Yeah, I believe so. Yeah, speaking to Everton, they obviously want me out on loan. Hopefully, it'll be here. I'm just happy to be here, picking up experience, and hopefully that can continue for the rest of the season.
And it's an old question perhaps, but are you more content to be quieter in a game than to be busier, which might actually sharpen your skills in the long run?
Yeah, I think from my point of view, I'd like to be busy, but for Chandler's point of view, we want to be busier down the other end, which obviously I'm happy with. I'd like to have a busy game and keep a clean sheet and the team to win, but I'm happy not having a busy game and the team winning at the same time.
Yeah, sure. Confidence-wise, has it been a challenge over the last month in particular? Not only for you, but for the other players to keep their heads up.
Yeah, we've all been disappointed. We've got to keep our heads up. I think when the games come thick and fast, there's no time to have your head down. You've got to be confident all the way through. So there's going to be a lot of confidence going into this weekend's game, I'm sure.
What's been the sort of fallout of Exeter and the way that Gary's tried to get things going back on a positive spin again?
I think the positive we can take is that we've had 2 full weeks in between the games, so we've had a full week on the training field to try and put things right. And I'm sure this weekend's performance will do that exactly.
Your opposite number at Morecambe, Barry Roach, is a very experienced League Two keeper. A lot of people rate him. Mm-hmm. Is he also one of Aaron Downs' best mates? Is that the story?
I think so. Yeah, I'll have to ask Downsy afterwards. But no, I've heard a lot about Barry Roach. He seems to be a very good, experienced goalkeeper. So it'd be good to watch him and see him play. Hopefully, doesn't keep a clean sheet though.
And they're not in great form at home either. So does that give you some kind of encouragement to think that, okay, Exeter won at Cheltenham last week, can we go to Morecambe and do what half a dozen other sides have done this year?
Yeah, well, League Two is a strange league, I found. Results don't go the way you always expect them to with, the teams at the top and the teams at the bottom. So I think we've got a lot of chance going into this weekend's game to get a good result.
And as you're trying to sort of solve the problem of the goals going in, are you working a lot on defensive shape and who is in the different areas and what I call the combinations?
Yeah, I think that will be in this morning's session. Towards the end of the week, that's where we tend to do most of the shape, the formation, the team. So we'll find out within today and tomorrow.
Just confidence-wise, you mentioned the fact that it's low as a group, I suppose, because of 11 goals in 4 games. Do you have to just completely forget that when you take the field against Morecambe and sort of start afresh each game?
Yeah, I wouldn't say confidence has been low. I think obviously we've been, like I said, disappointed that we've conceded that amount of goals in the last few games. But when it comes to kick-off on Saturday, we'll be full of confidence. We're ready to go, ready for a big game ahead of us.
Yeah, a lot was made last year about the mood and the camaraderie amongst the players. You obviously didn't experience that this year, but you've experienced it this year. Is what you're experiencing what you've sort of been told still?
Yeah, absolutely. When I first came, the manager told me he's got a lot of character in this team. The lads got a great attitude, and when they're ready to fight, we'll fight. We really want to get a good result this weekend, and we want to go into the new year in a good position in the league. So I'm sure the boys will give it everything on Saturday, and hopefully we'll come out with 3 points.
Have you had the conversation with the manager here about post January yet, or is that something that's going to come up in the next few weeks?
No, I've not yet to speak to him. I think hopefully come up in the next couple of weeks, regarding January.
Yeah, and you said before that you're sort of keen to stay. A lot of the players, the loan players who were here long term last year, Dickie was one, said that they sort of became Cheltenhamified, and that's what the manager said.
I think I've definitely become that. Yeah, I'd like to be here in January.
And is it the case that you want to almost see the job through and achieve something with this group? Having been here for 25 games, you don't want to sort of leave and then worry about what can happen in the
exactly, that's it. Yeah, I feel like now I've been here for 20 odd games now, I want to be here for the 46, absolutely.
Yeah, and Everton wise, have you had much feedback from the goalkeeping coaches there, from Ronald Koeman's first team staff at all?
Yeah, I've spoken to a few of the staff back at the club. Obviously, like I said, they're happy for me to be out to the end of the season, so hopefully Cheltenham will be the place where I'll be.
And has Gary tapped you up for any agency work to try and get any other Everton loanees in?
No, I've spoke to Pete. He's asked about a few players and that, but no, I've not done anything. No.
Fair enough, but you'll be ready to give an opinion if one comes.
Yeah, absolutely, I would, definitely.
Excellent. Cheers, Russ.
Cheers, Russ.